So a question we get a lot is, I'm an adult and I've never swum before, or I'm an adult and I want to improve my swimming, i.e. I'm a beginner. What are some things I can do to practice in the pool when I come by myself to help me build confidence in the water and help me secure my ability to start progressing my swimming stroke? So you're going to grab one of these. They're about £15 on Amazon, very cheap. You're going to hug it like this. We're going to practice our balance and stability in the water. We're going to practice something called push and glide. So there's a few ways you can do this. This is going to help you to push off the wall and maintain your body position in the water. Now we're going to practice on our back and on our front. I'm going to show you both ways. Let's start with the back first. It's good to practice in a pool with a bar, so you can hold onto the bar for grip, nice and firm. Try and be sort of in the shallow end. You can go deeper if you'd like, if you're more comfortable, but you're swimming on top of the water, so depth doesn't really matter here. So we're going to hold onto the float with one arm, and with the other arm we're going to hold onto the bar. We're going to work our feet up the wall like this and lean back. Now, this is where it gets a bit tricky. Some adults don't like being horizontal in the water, but practice, practice, practice. Okay, so we're going to hold onto the bar nice and firmly, hold onto our float nice and firmly. As soon as I let go of the bar, I'm going to push off with my legs and I'm going to move this hand and grab onto the float. Ready? 3, 2, 1, push off and try and put your head back in the water. So that was a push and glide. You saw I started to flutter my legs there. That's what we're going to practice next. So try that a few times, then the next time you do it, you're going to practice a flutter kick. Practice this over and over again until you're comfortable and you're nice and secure in the water. You might find yourself rocking, that's okay. You are going to correct yourself in the water. I'll show you again, this time with the flutter kick. So one hand on the bar, feet on the wall, slowly push off and start kicking your legs. Push your tummy to the air. Kick, 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 and stop. Now is a good place to talk about what can happen if you push off too quickly. So if you do push off too quickly, some water can come over the top. That's why it's good to wear goggles. You don't have to, but I would recommend it even when you're swimming on your back. I'm going to show you what can happen and how to fix it. So we're going to push off very quickly. That water's going to come over the top. Now, if you weren't wearing goggles, it's going to go in your eyes. That's fine. Blink a couple of times and the water will escape. Also, you want to blow bubbles out of your nose. So, some adults struggle with putting their face in the water. So when that water comes over the top, it's going to try and find its way into your nose because you're leaning backwards. Simply blow air out of your nose and your mouth if you can, and that will stop that water from going up there and making you cough. We're going to move on to pushing off on our front. So, same kickboard. This time, we're going to hold the bottom of it. We're going to hold it with our fingers on the top and thumbs on the bottom like this. So, we're going to point it over to the other side. One hand is going to hold onto the bar. Again, nice and firmly. You're going to find your feet on the wall and we're going to get ready in our position. Now, you'll have practiced on your back at this point, so it's good to try it on your front. When I push off, I'm just going to simply let go, put my feet on the floor and walk across the floor. I'm not going to glide just yet, we're going to work up to that. I'm going to practice that again. This time, a bit more of a push. So, push off, find your feet on the floor and run along the wall. I think we're ready to try gliding now, okay? So, practice that a couple more times. Hand on the bar. This time, we're going to try and glide. Feet on the wall, big push, and grab onto that float as soon as you can. Ready? 3, 2, 1, and push. I'm gliding, I'm gliding. And start flutter kicking. That's the next progression. So, the next thing you're going to practice after that push and glide is to start that flutter kick. This means we can start to travel distance across the pool. So, hand on the bar, feet on the wall, point that float to where you want to go. Ready? 3, 2, 1, push off and flutter kick. Kick, 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 all the way over to the other side. This float will help you balance to stay up in the water. Now, I'm not small, I'm quite big, yet this float can pretty much kick me up. I'm not kicking very fast. Have a look at our other video on how to do this flutter kick, but that's all I'm doing at the moment. I've got my hands in the float and I'm flutter kicking. We want to try and make sure our feet are as horizontal as possible. Some people will tend to swim like this, almost diagonal in the water. We want our feet up at the top. That push and glide is very good at practicing that body position. So, let's recap. You're going to start on your back, hug this float really tight, head back, and slowly push off and glide. Next progression, same thing again, push off, glide, and then start that flutter kick. The next thing, things in the front of the float, facing forwards, push off, and run along the pool. This is the tricky one. Once you're good at that, move on to pushing off and kicking. And that is your pushing and gliding. I hope this helps.
Hi.